What is up, guys? Welcome back to another day here at Whitley Auto Works. Today I've got a new project. My buddy Cisco, again, I know, guys, Cisco has brought me another car to paint. Man, dude is completely funding Whitley Auto Works right now. This is a 2006 Galant, and I'm going to take you around it, let you know the game plan on it, what we're going to be doing to it, and what we're not going to be doing to it. And yeah, then we'll get to work on it. Alright, so you can probably already tell this thing's got a few dingers on it, and we are not fixing those. This is a scuff and shoot paint job, guys. We're not doing the door jambs. This is one he just wants creatively painted, and then he's going to be giving it away to a guy that does not have a car. So, you know, he just wants to make it look a little cool for him. That way he'll have something to ride around with. And yeah, a few little spots on it, little rust areas I'll probably touch up, and of course rock chips and stuff like that. I'm going to smooth that out best I can, but for the most part it's going to be a scuff and go. We will be putting brand new headlights on it and tail lights, so just a quick walk around. All in all, the car's not too bad other than the hail damage. It's pretty clean, no rust, so that'll make it easy on me. The tail lights have yeah, they've seen better days. But all in all, a good little drive around car. Like I said, this is just something I guess we're doing for fun, really, for him. It's what he wants done, and you know what it kind of boils down to, guys, is the customer's always right. I don't argue with them, and especially when it's a cheap little paint job like this, you know, you just do it and roll on. So that's what we're doing with this one, guys. We're not blowing it all apart or nothing like that. We're just going to be putting a really cool paint job on it. So alright, I got some tearing apart to do. Get them headlights out and everything else. And yeah, we'll get into it. Alright guys, so fast forward about 30 minutes later and we're making progress. I got the headlights out of it. I've got the grills out of it. I'm going to end up painting those black. And then I might even do something funky with the fog lights, because they are looking pretty crusty. And he didn't buy new fog lights. So like I said, got the lights out. There's a little piece right there. This part right here will probably either stay black, or I might just scuff it and body color it. I don't even know yet. I haven't really gotten that far ahead with it, but like I said, taillights are out, license plate is off. This bumper was originally white. That's why you can see little sections and stuff in there where it was still white. So, you know, all part of the course when you're painting a car that's old, used, and that's one of the reasons why he just wants a quick scuff and paint. So alright, I'll catch up with you in a few. Alright guys, so now I've started sanding on the Galant real quick. Let me show you what I've got and how I do my whole process with it. Now this right here, unfortunately, is single stage paint, and it's been repainted a couple times. Want to know how I know? This right here tells me. See how the dust is body colored? That tells me there is no clear on this. It is a single stage paint job. And as far as sanding goes, all I've got is my DA right here with an interference pad. That just gets it to where it's got a little bit of a cushion to it. That way I don't actually leave fingerprints. And I got 320 on it, guys, and I'm knocking it off flat. See how this right here is really smooth? You don't see any kind of texture or differences. And then you get down here, see all this right here? This is texture in the finish. So you want to get this looking like that. And you'll know it'll have a nice smoothness to it. You won't see any more shiny. And that's going to show you how your material is going to lay down. If you lay it over that, well, you're going to be trying to fill in all this rough and bumps and everything else. If you lay it over that, you have a super smooth finish to start with. So I got to make the whole car look like that. And then we'll move on to the next step. So let me get to it. Alright guys, so fast forward a good bit later. It's the next day now, and I've been sanding on this car, and let me kind of show you where I'm at with it. So it's looking pretty rough, but I have got as much of the front bumper done as I possibly want to with all the road debris and the little rock chips and stuff like that. I've been working at this with a combination of 320 on my interference pad DA, just a piece of 320 that I folded up, and then a red Scotch-Brite. That's pretty much the equivalent to 320 to get in all the little soft nooks and crannies on the car. But there's one more thing I want to show you guys. Down here, there's these little skid pads I've noticed on some cars, and they're always a pain to get off. A lot of people just try to sand through them, but there's an easier way to do it, and I'm going to show you real quick. Alright guys, so this is a quick trick. I know a lot of people like to sit there and dig at this with like 80 grit and just go to town on it until they get it off, but a real easy way to do it is you get your razor blade scraper. You might could even use a plastic tip one. Well, maybe not, because it might melt with the heat gun. But you can heat this thing up right here. and you can scrape it right off. And it's a whole lot easier than sitting there and trying to fight with a DA and going through 12 to 14 pieces of paper with it. But yeah, if you just heat it up for a few minutes, it's just kind of a glue residue that's holding it on, and you can scrape it right off. So that's just a quick helpful tip. I'm going to get this off real quick, and then we'll move on to the next thing. Alright guys, so the next step is simple, but we're going to mix up some Dawn dish soap and some soapy water, and we're going to wash this car down and get all this single stage dust off. Then I'll blow it off, we'll dry it really good, pull it back in the shop, and we'll start taping it up. So let's get into it. Alright guys, it's now the next day. I've got the car all taped up, wiped down with a microfiber and isopropyl alcohol, and we're ready to mix up some paint. So first step is going to be to get this thing flat black. So let's mix it up and let's get to spraying. guys, this paint job definitely had some very surprising results out in the sun. And I kind of knew it was going to do that because this is an all pearl paint job. We started out with 2 coats of flat black, 2 coats of pearl, 1 medium wet coat of pearl, and then I did a second what they call drop coat where I opened my fan pattern up. I kind of backed off a little bit, that way I could get the pearl to look completely consistent through the whole car. A lot of people will call them orientation coats. There's various different names for it, but since I'm using pearl to create the whole color effect, and I'm using it in clear coat, which a lot of people frown on, the only way to really get the pearl to look even and consistent and everything else is to do that drop coat. If not, you'll get a lot of lines and stuff like that in it possibly. But this thing turned out really, really nice, and for a cheap Rust-oleum pearl paint job, you can't beat it, man. I think Cisco's going to be really happy. I know he's giving this car away, which is why I don't think he wanted to spend the extra money on the body work and fix every single little hell dent on the car. And, you know, to each their own. It's his budget, but he saw this color on a past video on a fender, and he fell in love with it. He liked it, and he said, hey, man, do my car in that color. So that's what we did. Outside of the sun, it looks like a simple burgundy, and then you get it out in the sun, and at angles, you see the black through the pearl. At other angles, man, it just has a really cool black cherry red effect. Just an awesome looking pearl paint job, and like I said, it's all pearl, so it's crazy. But you know what? It ain't up to me, it's up to you guys. Rate it in the comments, 1 through 5, 1 through 10. I always appreciate your comments and feedback. If you have any questions at all about doing these cheap Rust-oleum style pearl paint jobs at home, then definitely leave me a comment. I help you out any way I can, because that's just, you know, what I do on this channel, guys. But appreciate you always for watching. If you made it this far in the video and you haven't already, please hit that subscribe button. Ring the little bell beside it. You get notified every time a new episode drops. We're all the time doing full paint jobs on this channel, tutorials with different product reviews, and showcasing spray outs on fenders and stuff like that, so you guys can get your wheels turning and get cool new ideas for your next project, you know. And we try to do everything as cheaply as possible. I show you different ways to get it done, and if you like that type of stuff, then definitely subscribe to Whitley AutoWorks. And I appreciate each and every one of you continue to watch this channel. And as always, I'm John from Whitley AutoWorks. So I hope you guys have a great day. God bless, and I'll see you guys on the next episode.